All right, guys, before we start writing our letter K's, we're going to practice our swing up, loop left stroke. So remember, we want to start at our arrow. I want to make sure that you can see this, okay? We're going to start at your arrow. We're going to go up, and we're just going to practice all of our swing up, loop left. So we're going to swing up, 1, 2, 3 lines, swing up, and we're starting to loop left. Do you see that? Just like we did the letter L. Swing up, loop left, swing up, loop left, all the way down. I want you to go all the way down, okay, on that first line. So you can pause this video when you finish, unpause the video and go to your second line. And our second line, we are going to make a cursive K, but we're going to connect our K's all the way down. So this might be a little tough. So just take your time. Remember, practice makes perfect. So just want to keep practicing. So we want to swing up. We're going to loop left. We're going to pull straight down. We're going to trace back up, come back around, close, and release. Remember our little K, this part right here only goes up one line. So we're going to go up 1, 2, 3 lines, come back down, and then we're going to trace. So then from here, don't let go of your K. We're going to keep going. Okay, trace back up, close, all the way around. Hope you can see this well. So I want you to go all the way down, okay? All the way down. Try to keep it in your line. So I want you to pause it and then finish this line before you come to the third line. Our third line we're going to practice. We're going to look at KH together. So we want to curve up, loop left, pull straight down, push up and over, close, and then we're going to go into an H. Just like that. Okay? My loops aren't very good, so let's try this again. All right, here we go. So we're going to curve up, loop left, pull straight down, trace back up and around, close, go right into your H, push out and around, just like that. So I want you to go KH. I'm going to write it again, do one more, and then I'm going to try to scoot down here so you can see. So we're going to curve up, loop left, pull straight down, come up and around, close. You're going to go straight into your H's. Sargrove isn't doing very good this morning. All right, there we go. And then I want you to pause, and I want you to finish that one. And then on your last line, we're going to add the letter O, okay? We're going to add our letter O. Come up and around. We're going to add the H. Now remember, when we're coming up this way, we're going to trace back up and around. We're going to curve up and around, trace back around, and then we're going to, remember, we're going to do our little loop, okay? So let's try this again. We're going to curve up, loop left, pull straight down, trace back up and around, and close. Go back up into your H, come back around, push out and over, and then you're going to go into your O. Okay? It's going to take some practice, okay? Now, then I want you to pause here, and then when you're done with this, after you've completed your whole sheet, and if you don't have access to a printer, get a piece of notebook paper. Grab some notebook paper, use the little lines to, practice your spacing on your letters. And then I want you to go to, we're going to do our spelling, okay? I'm going to tell you a word, and I want you to write it in cursive. And then once I tell you the word, I'm just going to do that part over here. I'll do it in a different color so you can see it. I want you to be able to see it on the video. We'll do like purple. Okay. All right. So first word I want you to spell in cursive is the word slot. Okay. I'm checking the video on my watch as we're doing this so you can still see. Make sure that it's visible. Okay. So here I want you to spell slot, or actually you're going to have this sheet and flip it over and you can spell it on the back. But remember, we're going to code them as we spell them. Okay. So remember slot. So let's count. Let's focus on the sounds. S, l, ought, okay? So I want you to write that in cursive. So I'm going to write it also, but I want you to write the word slot in cursive. So we hear this sound, l, a, t, slot, okay? That is your first spelling sound word, okay? So then once you have written that word, I want you to code that, okay? So in a different, if you can, in a different color, you know, maybe get a marker or something, just something different other than your pencil. And then I want you to go ahead and code it. So you know our vowel is our V, our vowel is our O, sorry. That's gonna be hard to see. I don't think you can see that, that's a different color. And then we know T is a consonant. And then we want to code that with a breve because the consonant closes that door on the vowel, makes it short, okay? So we know that this is the sound, slot, right? I just told you the word before because you had to spell it. So again, I want you to practice that. So let's look at the next word. Our next word is pond, okay? So you're going to spell pond and code it. So I'm going to give you a few minutes. You want to pause it and spell the word pond. P-A-N-D, pond. So here is the word pond. Remember our P when we're writing it in cursive? Okay. So as you spell pond, then I want you to code that word. So I want you to check your work with mine. Okay, remember you were supposed to pause that and write that. Make sure that you are pausing between each one and writing it yourself and coding it and then coming back and checking your work. Okay, I would love to see a picture or a copy or something of this if you want to post it. Give it to me in Class Dojo or you can email it to me. Now our next word is plods. Okay, so let's think about that sound before we write this out. The sounds in this word plods. P-l-a-d-z. Plods. Okay, so I want you to pause it and try to spell that word plods. All right, so you should already have this word written down. So here's our P, L. So we know it goes straight into an L. Pla, d. Now we've got to code that. Plods, right? Sometimes, remember, sometimes these words aren't real words. We're just spelling sounds. We're focusing on the sounds in the words that we're hearing, okay? So let's look at this. I'm going to do this with a black marker so you can see, because it's hard to see on the video. So we know that this is our, first we've got to take out our trash. So we know that we see a suffix there, correct? We see the S as a suffix. So we want to go ahead and box that. So remember, that's the first thing you do when you're coding. You're going to box that S, taking out the trash, okay? Remember your trash paper on there, and I'm going to upload that as well for y'all. So there's your vowel. My O is my vowel, and then a D follows it, so we know that's a consonant. And we know that this is going to be a short O, okay? So now let's say that word, and then I want you to remember to put your hand right here on your neck as you say plods, and tell me if that S is accented. Okay, so odds, plods, plods. What sound are you hearing with that S? Is that a S sound or is that a Z sound? Good, it is a Z sound. So we know that that is an accented S. So we need a voice line there. So we want to make sure that we draw our voice line in our box. So that lets us know that that S does not make the S sound, but it makes the Z sound, okay? So there's your 3 spelling words with this lesson.